Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Man United agenda. And it is a massive day when it comes to Manchester United. Cristiano Ronaldo, contract shredded, ripped up. He's gone now. No more Viva Ronaldo. Not only that, but the Glazers have also put up Manchester United up for sale. Thank you. Welcome to the agenda. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Man United agenda. And it's meant to be the World Cup tournament. We're on the Man United agenda and probably most Manchester United YouTube content channel. What are we going to talk about? Is there anything that's happening around Manchester United? No, I think it's going to be very quiet. But as always, we're joined by OMONDI. Sir, how are we doing?
That's it. Wow, the Liverpool channels, the Spurs and Arsenal channels are playing puzzles and all that kind of thing. We've got real content to talk about. We're going to be talking about, well, we've been spoon-fed, aren't we? Like Beckham's feeding us with assists after assists. I mean, we haven't had a day where we've been scratching our heads looking for content. It's been given to us. So I'm really delighted. And I'm pleased Andy's here to hear it straight from the horse's mouth, because there's a lot of stuff about Ronaldo and the board and Glazers and all kind of thing. Well, I need an education. So you guys hopefully will inform me today and people in the comments about what's really going on here with the Glazers.
Andy, it was your day off, wasn't it? It was a quiet day off, relaxing, chilling out, doing a bit of Christmas shopping, not worrying about anything whatsoever. And what happened?
Yeah, Christmas shopping. Manchester is crazy. Christmas markets, getting a few bits for the missus, a few bits for family members. Come home, 5 o'clock. Ronaldo's gone. Okay, bye-bye, Ronnie. Then I see about 10 to 8. What you call it? My phone starts beeping like the bat phone in the '66 show. Phone, like the bat signal in the skies. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy the last hour or so.
Yeah, guys, it is Manchester United, so you don't expect anything else but a bit craziness. But as always, guys, we'd like to say 9 in the chat so far. Thank you so much for joining us, and make sure you're hitting that like, share, and subscribe button. Omundi, would you mind reading out our sponsorship before we go into some of the comments quickly before we actually kickstart and get into the nitty-gritty, please?
I'm just curious. Once the bat phone went off, did Andy come down the pole into his back cave in the basement? I'm not sure. We'll leave that to people's imagination. Anyway, GMS, Global Mapping Surveys, they assist architects, property developers, and construction companies all over the country. They offer a wide range of services such as setting out topographical surveys, 3D laser scanning, and monitoring. And check out the link in the description, guys. That's Global Mapping Surveys. Top man behind that. And yeah, give them a call if you need them.
Brilliant, thank you so much. But let's kickstart some of these comments, because some of these comments was actually there before the breaking news regarding the Glazers.
So comments from the people in the comments here. So Eddie is saying, Eddie Football Waffle, check out his channel, obviously. He said, big up to Man United agenda, chat as usual. I'm relieved that some toxicity, I always struggle with that word, has gone now, but it's a shame that the guy who should be a club legend did this. So he's still stuck on Ronaldo. Bill Badger saying we got more than his contract to talk about. I think these effing snakes will sell up because they're not going to invest their billions, which is what's needed, into the club for a new era people. That's from Bill Badger. Mark Edmund, how you doing, man? All the way from Oz. He's saying, good to be real. Thank God they're gone. Meanwhile, Australia is knuckling it against France. I don't know how. I heard they're 1-0 up. Matthew Bassett saying maybe Ronaldo was the trigger that got the cretins to sell up and F off. I just hope we don't end up with Mike Ashley as an owner. Obviously, don't forget to subscribe. This is an interesting one from FC United Forever. You call me Popper Smurf and all that kind of thing. We got to think of a nickname for you very soon. But she's saying, here we go. There's going to be a merry-go-round of BS on this too. She's going into more details now. So here are the straight facts. The Glazers have already fogged off majority of their ownership over the years. Since the 11 stock flotation, they have only about 28% ownership left, and that's physical ownership. She goes on to say, and currently around 72% of the controlling, say basically from shares B, class B shares. So this BS or full sell is a BS, as you can sell what you don't own. If you understand that, I need to get to grips with that. Global Map and Surveys, good evening. How you doing? Bill Badger is saying, so who owns United? Because the papers and medias say it's the Glazers. I think that's in response to FC United Forever. Do you actually think this thing of buying shares in company doesn't give you a percentage of ownership? A shared buy does mean a lease, but you've got to give it back. So, and Dale Griffiths, how you doing, man? He says, anyone watching the France game, surely Mbappe, best player on the planet right now. And finally, FC United again saying more likely they're selling in case in 24. In case in 24 they have to pay back nearly 250 million from the second loan borrowed in the club debt restructuring in 2012, I imagine. Under current global economics, they were probably told no chance. Okay. Lot going on. We have to make
Andy,
sense.
I'm going to come with where do we start? Because I like that one from FC United Forever, the last comment you made. But I just want to, we'll come back to that comment. Yeah, let's highlight that comment because we do want to talk about that comment. Yeah, that one on Monday.
This one's like, wow. You can see.
Yeah, we need to come back to this one. But let's kickstart. First things first. Let's talk about, should we talk about Ronaldo and obviously the club, or should we go with the Glazers? Oh, this is a tough one, isn't it? We're going to go with Ronaldo to begin with because we have titled this show to do with Ronaldo. Ronaldo now done his interview against Piers Morgan. The channel's been sort of going to and fro with the whole Ronaldo situation. Andy, do you think the reason why Ronaldo released the statement when he did with Piers Snake Morgan, do you think he knew already in his head he was going somewhere else? Like he had a club already, he signed some prenup already with them, because a player and a sort of a person that Ronaldo is, he would have known there was going to be something to hit him when he comes back to Man United.
I think this was planned. This was calculated, bulletproof, like he says this morning. This was all pre-planned. This wasn't just like when I got in front of a camera after losing a Manchester derby and telling David Moyes where to go. This was nothing like this. I said what I felt, and I said it right on the money, right on the time, and I said it from my heart. This was pre-planned, pre-coordinated, and this, I think he has gone. He's got a club. He's got somebody lined up. It just depends. It could be Abu Dhabi, Saudi Arabia. It could be somebody else, somebody in the Premier League. I've heard rumours. Who's going to take him with his ego? Do you know what I mean? Is it Chelsea? What sells shirts? PSG? Don't know. I've heard Florentina maybe in Italy. Somebody's going to have him. Somebody's going to have him after the World Cup. He will sign. I won't be surprised before the end of the World Cup he signed a prenup with somebody. It won't be announced till the World Cup is over for Portugal, or if they go all the way. So I don't know what's going to happen, but yeah, this was intentional now. You can see it. I don't give a hoot. I'm off. But he threw a couple of hand grenades, and it looks like them hand grenades are still detonating. But that's the conversation.
It's that the clusters, isn't it? Cluster bombs, isn't it?
Cluster bombs, yeah. This is bring the rain. This everything's going up around them. But I won't be surprised if this is PR. So you've got to be very wary as well. This is PR. So we'll get onto that. So I will take it with a pinch of salt, but this, like Thanos says, this is the end game. So we go on with it. But Ronaldo, all calculated, all done. We move on. And Erik ten Hag is the man and he's the boss. And anybody says otherwise will go out the door like Ronaldo.
Yeah. I'm on there, like some great points there from Andy. Ronaldo, pre-planned, premeditated. He named a few clubs, but one club that's standing out to me, and I think they're struggling massively in Italy at the moment. And could he go back to Juventus?
I think they got rid of him, and I think they would learn from Man United. Don't take, what do they call it? They call themselves the old lady. Don't take the ex-girlfriend back because she was a brat. And she's demonstrated that at Manchester United. Why would they take him? He's cost a lot of money. I think he upset a lot of people. If you remember when he did leave, there was a bit of an uproar. Some of the players started talking finally. It's like they're holding their breath. And I'm sure the same thing will happen with Man United. Certain players, maybe Sancho, Harry Maguire might say something. We have to read between the lines to say how relieved they are that the pressures of Ronaldo being at the club and being around him in training, because I'm sure he brings that high, intense guy. He's a real intense guy, isn't he? He says what he wants, does what he wants, and being around him like that can be intimidating for sure. So whether, I don't know what sort of club, I was sort of racking my brains earlier on to think what club would take him, because for two factors. One, he's a brat, and he's been proven now by the way he's disrupted things with the media and Manchester United and put us in a bad light, like I said, throwing the grenades and walking away. And two, performance as well. As there's a great comment in there, Vincent Kompany, who's managing in the Championship right now with Burnley, who said, asked if he wanted Ronaldo, and he said, I don't want players like that. I want players that can run. And gave a great example. We saw George Ware's son running on for a goal yesterday against Wales. Nice pace, getting him behind, that kind of thing. Ronaldo doesn't seem to do that anymore, and he's not got the playmaking ability of Messi to adapt his game. So he's a bit restricted, I think. And I think time's running out for him. Unless he changes his position, becomes the new Dalot in disguise, turns up a right back or something. I don't think he's got the attributes anymore at the top end of football, which we will see. I mean, I hope he could prove me wrong with Portugal in the tournament, but this is top end football World Cup. I don't think he's got it.
His engine could be pairing a few more years, but he can't run, but use that. Teddy Sheringham, so
yeah,
be a supplier, not a scorer. If that's the way for it.
But that's an ego thing. I think Cantona, he was a great player. He got off from assists and that kind of thing. I don't think Ronaldo is that sort of player. I think he's being competitive all his life. He's been competing with Messi for goals. It's very important for him. He's missed out on Champions League this year. I think that might be a factor for him. He's going to fall behind in the chase for the top goal scorer. He's an international top goal scorer as well. So he doesn't want to miss a beat, and he wants to put it all in before he finishes. But I think that's all for his benefit and not for team benefit. So all these teams considering him have to consider all these factors.
Yeah, again, I was going to say about, obviously, I back Ronaldo. I don't really want to say too much negative about him. I'm trying to remember the good times with Ronaldo. But being sort of egotistical as he is, it's about the Ronaldo show, to be honest with you. And I know you guys have said about position-wise in where he could play. But for me, I don't think Ronaldo could go to another club and sort of adapt and change his game. I think he's about Ronaldo, and he wants to score as many goals as possible. He wants to break records, and that's Ronaldo. Ronaldo don't want to just sit there and sort of like set people up or do anything else. It's just a case of, I want to be top goal scorer. I want to be record breaking. I want to do this, which, you know what, at the end of the day, he's been doing it for over 20 years. So in his head, he's probably thinking he's the young 18-year-old Ronaldo that came to Manchester United, but body-wise is telling him, listen, enough is enough. It's time to go. But in his interview, he said that he can actually go for another probably 2 years or so. Saudi, I don't think he will go to Saudi. I don't think he will go get that money. I think he will still be around in Europe. And I know on Monday you said on a previous show you don't think or believe he will be. I don't know what your thoughts are, Andy, whether or not you think he will end up in Europe still, or will he actually go to the Saudi or even MLS, which I don't think he can.
Yeah, I see him in Europe somewhere. I don't know. Even my dad's going mad. My dad's phoning me now about Ronaldo. I love Dad sitting with it. But I see Ronaldo still in Europe. I don't see him going to anywhere. I mean, I don't know. South America? Would he try that? Would he go to South America?
No.
Argentina?
Where would he go though?
I don't know. Brazil, Argentinian. Oh, but most of them, 95%, I do see Europe. I just don't know where.
AC Milan, anyone?
He played in AC Milan, Inter Milan, possible. They are the defending champions.
Struggling.
Yeah, Milan, Napoli. Would Napoli rock the boat after they're doing so well in Europe? In league?
Top of the league, aren't they? I think Napoli. I don't think
Napoli Ronaldo in January. You won't win Serie A. So I do see him in Europe, though. I just don't know where. Maybe back to Sporting. Ronaldo comes back in the Euro, big in the quarter-finals, semi-finals against United with Sporting Lisbon.
But could he, though? As a rule change? Could he play against us? Because there isn't a rule where, obviously, because he's already played in it for another team, I don't believe he can actually go then and play again.
You know what? The rules are changing all the while. I thought I knew what offside was until the other day. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh, I was at work and Andy must have sat there and Andy sent the thing to me and I was like, what is Andy talking about? And it took me a while to clock on what he was talking about because I hadn't been watching the game at all. And then I went, oh, okay, yes, new offside rules. So they're going to rewrite the rules about offside come next season. And so, yeah. Guys in the comments, just a quick one. Ronaldo, Man United terminated his contract. Where can you see Ronaldo going? Where do you see the future lies for Ronaldo? And Amanda's going to read this bit out for us.
Yeah, for those who don't know, I like Andy's dad, who's just realised what's going down. Cristiano Ronaldo's released a statement after mutually terminating his contract with Manchester United. So it's a mutual agreement that they terminate his contract, stating that he believes it's the right time to seek a new challenge. Following conversations with Manchester United, we have mutually agreed to end our contract early. I love Manchester United. I love the fans. That will never change. However, it feels like the right time for me to seek a new challenge. I wish the team every success for the remainder of the season and for the future. And that's from Ronaldo. And obviously, we had a statement from Manchester United as well, sort of saying the same sort of thing. And it's time, but they did say significantly, it's time to get behind the manager and our progress this season and get behind the team. So that shows where the club are, as in backing the manager, which is really nice, refreshing to hear.
Yeah. Andy, is that refreshing, sort of like the club at the moment, for all the years of turbulence we've been through, for once actually backing and supporting the V manager of Manchester United, try make changes? But now, this is an issue, what I believe I'm going to have. Just for instance, I'm going to play devil advocate here. Yeah. Imagine Man United decide now to, say, sell the club to Glazers. What happened then to Ten Hag? Because we saw what happened to what's his name at Chelsea, didn't we? Like the owners came in and basically decided to terminate the manager's contract. Before we go though, just a quick one here on Monday from Lee Taylor. Big up Lee, welcome to the channel. Have not.
I'm going to give you a high five for the £5 that you just dropped into our account. Big up, thank you so much.
I got
from
five on it.
Down it down.
And that's not where our money's going, by the way. That's not where the £5 going.
Andy, we're going to get on Pimp the Ride out, yeah?
He's saying evening all. Well, good evening, Lee. Nice to see you. Lee. He's saying Glazers Out movement finally looks to have won over. So this Glazers Out, or the 58 movement, has finally got what they've really wanted. Seeing some movement with the board finally looking like they're getting out of here.
Yeah. And so go back to the question I sent Andy. Sorry,
what are you saying, Emma?
I was saying there regarding the whole thing with the Chelsea manager. We get a new manager in, new owner in, and all of a sudden, the great job that Eric's doing, all of a sudden, they don't look at him as the future of Manchester United. I'm hoping. No. I'm just playing devil advocate here.
Ain't happening, mate. Because you're gonna break it all up again with all new manager, all new team. No. I could see the new owners who potential will be looking now and seeing what he's working on, what he's working with, and he's trying his best, get the best out of a bad situation. So, because if he can still, if this takeover is quick and swift, we could look at Newcastle in January. If this is quick and swift, Jesus Christ, we could have a good Christmas in January. It's done, it's dusted, it's confirmed. And our rival, we say, will be looking over the shoulders very worryingly. But apart from City, with Pep signed a new deal today as well. So that's a problem for another day. But this could be quick and swift, or this could be a PR thing that drags out like a Coronation Street. Who done it? Who nicked the last pint from the Rovers? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's one of those. So I don't know. It's gonna. This is the beginning of the end, but it's gonna take time. It could be quick and swift. If Jim Ratcliffe comes in, wow, what a Christmas! What a Christmas for everybody. I mean, 100%. Manchester is red and Christmas is red, and that's all we want for Christmas. oh, Jesus Christ. Because then you start, if we're sold before Christmas, then you're wondering if Chelsea can be sold just like that.
Yeah.
Just like that. Why can't we? Liverpool, I mean, the best thing would if the Glazers sell up and buy Liverpool.
Listen, win-win situation. Win-win all the way.
And Scousers are on trouble, so I don't know what's going down.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and
Win-win.
see.
Also, guys, in the chat, 22 in the chat, if you're new to the channel, please give us a like and subscribe. Jay will be with us. Jay Marty will be with us in 8 minutes' time as well, guys. So make sure you want to hear his opinion on the whole thing with the Ronaldo. But we might have to come back to him because we do need to talk about the selling of the club as well, with the Glazers actually looking for option for someone else to buy. I know FC United here, she's putting a few bits and pieces regarding it, but wait for it. Big question. There's a question I want to ask on here quickly, where I've just see our sponsorship have just put in here. Yeah. Where is he gone? Here. And let's go. Let's start with OMONDI first. OMONDI, big question here. And in the comments as well, guys, get involved in the comments here. With the debt Manchester United got right now, who apart from Radcliffe could come in actually and buy the debts? Who wants to buy the debts of us?
Look, I have to be honest, I'm not qualified to sort of discuss this. I don't know enough about this side of finance and business, that kind of thing. So I'll just be waffling if I started talking about it. I could throw out any names. I mean, I just don't know.
My name?
Yeah, well, maybe you can, Errol. Maybe Andy can. I don't know. But someone who's more experienced than me would be able to be qualified to explain that in better detail than me. So I'm not going to make a fool of myself.
Yeah. Let's go to Andy. Andy?
I don't know who could be qualified to buy us. I take a Saudi Arabian prince. Maybe because they're bouncing now because they've beaten Argentina. The country's celebrating. Somehow the prince got a couple of lions with him, couple of Porsches. He's playing his PlayStation 5 and he hears this on the news. You know what? Dial your accountant. Buy me Manchester United. Do that. And a Saudi prince, I don't care if he's called Shake, Rattle and Roll. I want him.
Oh,
thank you very much.
Yeah, there you go. I know.
No, we not want Trump buying us.
Oh, there's no way on earth I'd want
Manchester
Trump buying
United are so perfect. Glazers, fake news. Fake news. Liverpool, fake scouters. Arsenal, fake top of the league. Man City, fake from Manchester.
You got that down. You got that down.
Andy, that was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. That was absolutely brilliant. That we got to get that one clip. So if Mr. B was watching that, Mr. B or talk, listen, we need that one. It was like sort of like 22 minutes past or something like that was. So we got to remember it. But for me, yeah, I'm the same as Andy. There's no way on earth I wanted Donald Trump to buy Man United. I think
I know. I don't care anymore. It's Donald Trump. Bankroll it. President.
Yeah, he would as well.
States,
you know, he's a businessman. No, I don't know. You know, he'd probably be tighter than the Glazers.
Well, we'll still be red, white, and blue, won't we?
I'm going to read out the actual statement that we have. So we just get a bit of brainstorm from this. So the news is that Man United Football Club could finally be sold by its American owners after a 17-year reign dominated by fan protests and declining on-pitch performance. Sky News can exclusively reveal that the Glazer family is preparing to formally announce its intention to examine potential sources of outside investment that could include a full-blown auction of arguably the world's most famous football club. Sources said on Tuesday that investment bankers were being instructed by Manchester United owners to advise on the process, which is likely to include a full or partial sale of strategic partnerships and third parties. A statement confirming their intentions could be imminent, one of them said. The announcement of a review of the financial options that could include a sale process would signal an end to the years of speculation over whether the Glazers might be persuaded to offload a club which for the past decade has experienced an almost unamalgamated footballing decline.
FC United. Oh, did we get that comment from her? Because obviously we do want to get involved in that comment she made earlier as well. So this is the question. Let me try and get it. Oh, look at that one, Omundi. Let's feed off this one for the time being. Everyone get involved in the comments as well, please, with this as well. So Omundi, if you wouldn't mind rereading this.
So this is she's made a good few comments prior to this, but this one we're going to touch on. It's from FC United Forever. Big up. How you doing, girl? She says more likely they're selling in cause or case, maybe in cause. Oh, sorry, cause of 24. Is that the year 24? They have to pay back near 250 million from the second loan borrowed in club's debt restructuring in 12. Under current global economics, they were probably told no chance. So I can't make sense of that unless someone else can.
Anyone in the comments? Anyone in the comments? What I can gather from it, I'm going to say, there must be something in the line where they took the loan out originally. So from when they first came in the club, they took a loan out. Then what they went and done, then they borrowed more money on top of that loan. But what they've been doing, rather than paying the actual complete money, you know, like when you get like they say August card and you pay the minimum payment back, but you get in, it's almost like you've got a loan, then you got another loaner, and then you're just paying little pieces, but they're not paying the full amount back. So because they're not paying the full amount back, there must be something within the small print, the small detail to say, well, because you've not been doing what you're meant to be doing, what we'll do is you can't then extend it to another period of time. So, you know, like they give you 24 months or something like that to pay something off in.
Yeah, possibly.
I don't know. I'm just wild.
Could the Glazers be put, instead of putting us over a barrel, they're going to be put over a barrel and they ain't getting out of it.
Look at it. What a timing. What a timing.
I didn't know Andy was on. Buzzing. Good to see you, Andy. How you going? How's it going, my friend?
I'm all right, boss. I'm still all right.
Have you cracked open the champagne?
I've got some Strongbow, got some dark fruit Strongbow, so I've been on that for the last hour.
Hey, love it. You can take the boy out of Manchester, but you can't take Manchester out of the boy, eh? I've got the Strongbow rocking. Hey. Good to see you as well on Monday. How's it going, brother?
Yeah, I'm blessed, man. Great to see you. What a celebration today. Two big breaking bits of news, and it's great to have you two on here to help us break it down.
Yeah, Errol as well, man. I've been meaning to come on for a little while, and I've not been on for a little while. It's been hectic. And then today you messaged me and I was like, right, do you know what? I need to come on and chat to the lads because it's all happening. I thought we were going to be talking about Ronaldo. I did a radio thing. I did talking balls and there. So I've left the BBC, did the radio thing. Obviously, the Ronaldo news has popped off just before we did it. I was covering for someone on his radio show. So we've done all that. I've come out of the studio now. I'm just about to get on the tram. I was messaging Errol and then everyone's like, oh, yeah. Can you send me a voice note? Can you do this for me? Can you come and chat to me about the Glazers? And I'm thinking, the Glazers? What are you on about the Glazers for? Ronaldo's leaving. What are you talking about the Glazers? And then I seen that the news that it looks like they're ready to sell. I couldn't believe it. Because the difference is the Ronaldo news, it's bittersweet. Like, I think it's time for him to go, but it's sad the way it's ended. And I still have a little bit of a feeling towards Ronaldo. Like, you know, he's given me some great memories. And the way it ended is pretty disappointing. Do you know what I mean? I think it's right that it's come to an end, but it's a bit disappointing. I wasn't celebrating Ronaldo leaving like this is a great day. But when you get to the Glazers news and you think the Glazers could be gone, bro, if I still drank, I'd be cracking open the dark fruits with Andy. Do you know what I mean? Can I just address something as well? Someone's already said it in the comments. It was my eldest daughter's 12th birthday yesterday. So these balloons were for her. They're not for the Glazers leaving. I didn't just
happy birthday.
Erect a quick balloon arch when we found out the Glazers were going.
Yeah. It's funny that because it was sorted yesterday and Jay said, oh yeah, it's my eldest birthday, sort of, and I'm in my head. I was like, all right then. So I must have said, I'm surprised Jay didn't even pick me up on this either and caught me out on it, because I must have said, oh yeah, tell little man happy birthday. And I was waiting when realized it was his daughter's birthday. I went, oh no.
Do you know what? It's been that hectic, and plus I have a filter with you, Errol. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, do you remember Andy had said the time that Errol messaged me to come on his channel the first time? I think I've got it somewhere. He messaged me right on Instagram. He said, Jay, I'm a big fan of Paddock. Like, I love to get you on the show. Watch you all the time. And then like I agreed to it, right? Because I thought, you know what? Like I looked at the channel, I like the guys, I like what they were doing. I said, yeah, you know what? Like I'll come on. You obviously, you know, you're a big fan of Paddock as well. And he replied, he went, yeah, Joe, I'm a massive fan of yours. Joe.
Oh, you know what, Andy? And in my defense here, I was lazy. What I do with my phone, I talk to my phone, and my phone spell check it itself.
Do you know what? Blaming the phone, blaming the technology, man.
But we were calling you Motto, J Motto. For
Yes, yeah, I know, 100%. I agree.
I'm a big
with that,
fan of
100%.
Joe Motto. Let's get him on the show.
Yeah,
It's like the text there, but the human element still doesn't work, does it? Like with
No,
that.
this is it, bro. This is it. It makes me laugh as well because me and Andy obviously work together all the time, and then Andy's like, "Oh, I'm on the United agenda tonight," and I love to see it, man. I was saying to you, everyone, I was saying like, you got Andy on there. He's got always good stuff.
He's been absolutely fantastic. And listen, thanks to both of you, you know, joining us. Andy, we have Andy every Monday night as well on the show. You come on when you can. No, it's massive help, massive support. And listen, we love having you guys on. And Andy, part of the furniture now as well. So, you know, if you pick on me, you pick on Andy. But I'm not going to pick on
Don't
Monday.
start giving it all that, right? Listen, if you pick on me, you pick on Andy. Trying to get him on your little camp. Me and Andy go way back. Right? So let's not start giving it all this.
Hey,
you know what it is?
Do you know what I mean? Listen, me and Andy was in the Stretford end together before football existed. So...
Oh, but you know what it is, Andy? It's Jay. It's because you put like biscuits in the fridge and stuff like that. Andy don't do that.
Biscuits in the fridge. Yeah, I put everything in the fridge, me, bro. Like I'll put honestly.
Not with biscuits in the fridge, mate.
Oh,
No.
come on, Andy, man.
Yeah,
Seriously.
You try to cause a rift
I'm
there.
filtering
Up
it.
north,
I'm
we
filtering
do
it.
things different up here. Like you say, we do things different up here.
This is part of mine and Andy's master plan. Anyway, we're gonna get a Monday on our side, right? And all three of us are gonna start on you, and then you're gonna have like,
no, you know what?
Get it.
He just
You know
turned to
what,
Mr. B, and then we're in
I'll
trouble.
turn Mr. B. Yeah, I've got Mr. B in the corner.
Like the borrowers under a cushion. Where is Mr. B
B's
anyway,
watching,
man?
by
We're
the
having
way,
a
yeah,
party
Jay.
here. Where is he? The Glazers are going. Andy's on the channel. Where's Mr. B?
He's gutted. He's absolutely
He's
gutted
eating
not
his
being-
broccoli. He's munching on broccoli.
Is it? Oh.
You're like a secret lemonade drinker. Well, he's a secret broccoli eater.
Is it?
Probably.
Is his broccoli in that?
He hates
All right,
broccoli,
guys, enough of the intro. I said I'm not qualified to talk about the Glazers situation.
up.
There's been a few questions asked here, Jay. Maybe you could answer it, Jay, about the debt of United. How would it be staggered out? A sell? I mean, I don't know what's going on, but a few people are asking in the comments as well.
Can we go back to the FC United comment then? And
Yeah,
Jay might understand it a bit better than we do.
Sorry.
Can you find it?
Okay. Sorry, almost there. Hold on. I'm getting there.
Mr. B is already in the comment here, by the way, Jay.
Is it?
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. So more likely they're selling in case or in cause of 24. They have to pay back nearly 250 million for the second loan borrowed in the club debt structure in 2012, or I think that means. Under current global economics, they were probably told no chance. We can't make sense of that. Jay, over to you.
Listen, I'll wear me out my sleeve. I'm not a financial expert at all. On the channel, we speak to Kieran Maguire from the Price of Football. Now, FC United Forever seems to know what he's talking about there. There's lots of... Sorry. Forgive me. That was ridiculously sexist. Sorry. She knows what she's talking about there. What I would say is this. I think there's lots of things or reasons that I look at and I go, maybe that's one of many reasons that they're looking to sell. Now, maybe what FC United or presumably, it seems quite, on the ball. So what FC United is saying there. Also, there's the issue. I don't know if you saw earlier this week, TeamViewer looking at pulling out the sponsorship. You look at the Super League, that's dead in the water now. There was talk that maybe that was going to get sort of brought back in again at a later date. I think that's a non-starter at all. And I think all these little different sides to it all might lead to the Glazers thinking, you know what, we can get more money out of selling. Because let's face facts, that's all they're interested in. What's going to give us the most money? Keeping Manchester United or selling Manchester United? And if you add up all the different facets that I've mentioned and that FC United Forever has mentioned as well, then I think they probably feel like if we sell now, we'll get more money than if we kept Manchester United. And I think that'd be a good thing for Manchester United, because I think once the Glazers are gone, we can hopefully, fingers crossed, and, you know, praying to God, that we can get an owner in who not just loves Manchester United. You don't have to necessarily love Manchester United. What you have to do is know what Manchester United is, appreciate what it means to the fans, and understand how to run a football club, because the Glazers don't do any of those things.
Yeah, thank you. And obviously, with it going to Andy, I think this is the whole purpose with it. The fans that actually doing a protest, again, sort of like going to the sponsorship. Is it 58 as well? They're doing bits and pieces around it as well. You've then got the Glazers now have gone down, stooped to a low where you're not allowed to bring the actual banner in GlazersOut now as well.
Well, I saw above the tunnel, was it the Villa game? There's a big banner saying GlazersOut. Big. Jay was there probably and seen it. He was there to see when the cameras were big white letters with black lettering, GlazersOut. I mean, that was really powerful to see that coming out against Aston Villa. Really powerful. So, yeah, and they're clamping down on the green and gold campaign because they don't like it. I mean, taking flags from disabled fans as well, it's wrong. You know what I mean? It should be about free speech. Then they backtrack on it. I saw the video against Real Sociedad as well, confiscating flags as well. And he's like, oh, it's not me, it's the club. They told us, but you're in Spain. It's got nothing to do with you. So very dodgy, but they don't like it. But hopefully this is they're rattled now, and they've, like I say, they've been exposed for the snakes they are. They're just as bad as Piers Morgan.
Jay, do you think as well, Omundi, we've heard your thing. Like I said, I've got not a bad word to say about Ronaldo, so I'll just go to Jay. Jay hasn't heard it yet.
Thought you were going to say the Glazers then. I was about to say I'm leaving here. I'm not coming back on this channel.
No. The Glazers always out. But Jay, with the whole Piers Morgan, obviously, the person who's done the interview with, I think he could have done it with someone else, or probably just done the interview at all. Yeah. But at the same time, do you think this interview has any sort of impact in what the Glazers are doing now? Because all of a sudden it's gone from terminate his contract to a couple of hours later, we're looking for other avenues of probably selling the club.
And I don't feel like the two are that related. They knew Ronaldo was going to leave anyway in 6 months or whenever it is, 7 months. No, 6 months in it, November, November, May. So I don't think that like Ronaldo leaving 6 months before they expected is causing them to sell a club they've owned for 17 years and taking out £2 billion from. I think I mean, again, it might be a culmination of these things. It might be, you know, like almost like death by 1,000 cuts. So the protest by the 58, the protest against the sponsors, sponsorships pulling out, you know, having to replace Ronaldo is probably an issue rather than the fact he's gone. The ground needing massive renovation. I think there's a story out that Jim Radcliffe's a bit reluctant to take over United because he knows he's going to have to spend £1 billion on the ground. You look at the training ground as well. When the Glazers took over in 2005, Carrington was 5 years old. It was state of the art. Now it's what, 23 years old or 22 years old? Sorry,
the floor more like
yeah. You know what I mean, exactly. It is state of the floor. You're right. It's vintage almost. So you've got to spend money on that. Then there is still some investment left to be done in the team as well. So whoever's going to come in is going to have to spend money to get Manchester United challenging. And I think that you also look at the amount of buyers there are out there. There'll always be buyers for Manchester United, but Liverpool are on the market as well now. Chelsea have just been sold, obviously, in the summer. So there's only so many corporations or conglomerates or consortium, sorry, that can buy it. There's only so many, if they wanted to sell to a sovereign state, there's only so many of them to go around. So they might be looking at it and going, you know what, if we don't sell now, we might wait a year and there might not be the sellers or the buyers, sorry, that are around right now. So I just feel like it could be a culmination of things. I don't think it's one thing in particular that's pushed them over the edge. I think there's several things they looked at and realised that they want to get the maximum amount of money out of Manchester United Football Club. Now is the time to sell.
I mean, is it blowing 180 million as well? Could that be the last of the kit? The last remnants were broke?
Possibly. I think, you look at it and there was this feeling, wasn't there, you're right, about after the summer, the way we spent in the summer, January and next summer was going to be quieter in the transfer market, especially.
Yeah.
Dry January, exactly, bro. And maybe that's playing on the mind as well, because there's still somewhere to go. There's still some way to go. We're not top of the league, are we? We're not walking the league, so we've still got to spend more money. I just feel like it's all these different facets, all these different sides to this that have sort of made the Glazers look towards selling, because they realise the most money they'll get out of Manchester United Football Club right now is by selling. The sad thing about it is they're probably going to walk away with billions in profit, having nearly ruined what is the greatest football club in the world.
Yeah,
I'm under anything to go with that one, because we know you been keeping quiet.
I'm not qualified on finance, that's for sure. I just hope sometimes we've taken a loss with the Glazers. Their experience has been really negative, I believe. But I think going forward, we have to be really mindful of if we are choosing a new owner or someone does step in. There has to be sort of commandments and laws about what we expect from an owner and what we want. And I think the fans have to contribute towards this, to say where we've gone wrong and what we expect from the new owners. And the new owners need to respect that, because we are a community club. It's amazing how international we are. We're going to have to watch the agenda and all these other great channels as well. There's so many fans around the world, who've got invested interest in the club. So I just think it's really important that we don't, like employing a manager, like we have. It's taken us some time to get a manager like Ten Hag in. I think the same applies for the owners. We have to really be mindful about who we get in and have some sort of rules, sit them down with the fans, incorporate the fans, so the fans can dictate to them what we want and actually refuse people if they're not going to supply what we need as a club.
Yeah, it's sort of, for me, looking at, again, I don't know how everyone is, but I haven't bought a Man United shirt since, I think, 2013. And for me, it's stop putting money into the Glazers' pocket. I know, obviously, if I stop buying it, someone else is going to go out and buy it.
I'll get my cheating milk. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. I need to come up.
Cheating mill. They probably don't know what cheating mill is.
I don't know what cheating mill is.
What is it? What is it? Talk to us.
Drive down
Free
cheating
wheel
mill,
van.
right?
A free-wheel van.
Drive down cheating mill, right? All the shutters are down, right, on all the shops. All of them, right? You have to go around the back and knock on the door. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, again, like I said, yes, I'll stop buying sort of jersey. I stopped buying sort of anything merch to do with the Glazers. But obviously, if you give up, again, another thing, you give up your season ticket, someone else is going to go. Ten Hag came in, a massive transformation. The team start playing well. We got a few players. All of a sudden, everyone wants to go to Old Trafford. And the way I look at the Glazers, they don't care about us as fans. All they care about is the ticket allocation is sold out straight away. So all they care about is the money is in their pocket already.
Yeah, I mean, listen, one thing I don't like is, I know you're sort of explaining yourself and justifying yourself there, Solo, but if you did buy a shirt, I won't criticize you. I think, you know what, fans do what you want. You want to go and support your football club, and I get it. And I don't like it when people have a criticism, or why'd you go to the game? You should boycott the game. You should do this, should do the other. And I think we all want what's best for Manchester United, and we all want the Glazers out, and we show that in different ways. I don't think there's necessarily a wrong way to do it, as long as you're being vocal. You're going on your channel every week, every day almost, saying, you want the Glazers gone. Andy's constantly slagging off the Glazers and criticizing them on all sorts of media. You've seen the
wash
videos.
Your mouth out. He do not slag the Glazers off. Andy would not do such a thing.
Andy, he's done that consistently, probably more than almost any fan I've met. Like, some of the videos he's done that have gone viral. He's constantly done it since I've known him. And you guys do it. And I think that it's easy to judge people and go, you should be doing that, you should be doing this. But we all do what we can. And I think that I've said this all along when it comes to the Glazers. Listen, I want them gone, and I will join the protest, and I've joined the protest, but I still go to the game because I was going to the game before the Glazers were there, and I'll be going to the game long after they've gone. And I think that's coming true now, because I think, next season, hopefully, they won't be around anymore.
And might be some success at Old Trafford by then as well, Andy. With the minute they go, they pack their bags.
Yeah, I hope there's this success this season and we can feed off it and go with it. I mean, how long would a sale take? Could it be? Look, could Chelsea was done in about a month? Could United be done in a month? I don't know. I mean, what a Christmas present it could be. We could have new owners, right owners with the right intentions and the right morals, and we'll see what happens. I think it'll drag on for another 12 months, but yeah, you could see, but there will be a sale. It's just a question of if and when, and the paddock and agenda will be straight on it.
Yeah, 100%. Jay, any suitable buy for you, or you just don't care so long as someone come in and take over from the Glazers?
Nah, I do care. Like, I'm not into Manchester United becoming a sports washing exercise for a questionable regime. Shall we say? I don't really want to go down that route. I've been pretty vocal about what's going on at Newcastle and City and PSG. Now that leaves a bit of a bad taste in my mouth, and I'd hate to see Manchester United just become the sort of the front for a nation that's carrying out human rights abuses or anything like that. So yeah, I do care who takes over. A lot of people saying Jim Radcliffe because he's a Boyd United fan. I think he's already sort of distanced himself from it because of the amount of money it'll take to renovate Old Trafford or rebuild Old Trafford and do the training ground. Whoever comes in is going to have to spend about £2 billion almost. You look at the training ground, the ground itself, the stadium, and then some investment in the team. If you want to get Manchester United challenging for titles, you could be spending almost £2 billion, and that's not easy. So I think it's probably going to end up being a consortium. But we'll have to wait and see. I'm glad the Glazers are going. Obviously, it's what we wanted since 2005. Since before we arrived, we didn't want him. But I'm just cautious. You have to be cautious, really, don't you, about who comes in and who takes over. I am going to have to duck out now, guys. Sorry about that. Fine. I just wanted to jump on and say hello to Andy, say hello to Monday, say hello to you, Solo, and all you guys at the United Agenda. And keep up the good work, man. And I'll come on next time properly. We'll have a proper chat about all this as well.
Before you go, though, Jay, you know what to do. Come on. You can't leave without saying goodbye properly. And don't even give us that.
Yes, that's true. Listen, he always let me say, goodbye. I've not done any posts on Paddock or anything. I should have done a little post on this. But if you do know me from Stretford Paddock, make sure you subscribe to United Agenda, man. These guys, always good laugh. Me and Andy Glove coming on here. That's why we do it. And in terms of the Glazers, they're always very vocal about the Glazers and why they need to go. So make sure you are hitting the United Agenda up because they are a funny bunch of lads who also know the stuff as well. I love it.
Thank you, Jay, as always. And big up, Jay. I appreciate you coming on, taking some time out. Thank you. Yeah, so let's kickstart again, guys. So, right, Andy, where were we before Jay came and interrupt us about the Glazers? We were talking about we want the Glazers out of the club, and it's so close as well. But do you think, obviously, we spoke earlier about PR stunt and things like that within it. Is it a PR stunt? Is it where they say, put a statement out, and all of a sudden the share price then increase?
Yeah, don't believe what you say. Don't trust the snakes. Medusa, the head with...
Can we say the rats, though? Can we say the rats?
Rats. Rats desert sinking ship. These rats are still here. That's what rats do. They only chicken out when it's sinking. Now, maybe it's sinking slowly. Maybe they've hit an iceberg. I don't know. So, like you say, I take this with a pinch of salt. If it's true, I hope. But if this is major, if this is serious, I welcome it. But I don't trust them for all the tea in China. Really
Jay,
don't.
I'll put it out there now. If the Glazers decide to sell out and they go by January, I think me, Omundi, and Mr. B, we might take a road trip with our global mapping survey counterpart to come up and do a show with you in Manchester.
You're more than welcome, mate.
To celebrate it, to celebrate literally the Glazers leaving Old Trafford for us.
You know what? I think even if there's no game, if it got announced, they wouldn't announce it. If it got done, they wouldn't announce it when there's a game at Old Trafford because it'd be absolute pandemonium. Because the game won't go. People will be celebrating. They would announce it quietly, discreetly when there's nobody about. But even then, the ground will be swamped with people celebrating. It'll be like it'll be good as United winning the league.
Can I just jump in here because the comments are going off right now. 30 in the comment watching right now. Make sure you press the like button. Emma's saying we need to have a Glazers clause like the Chelsea got, and new owners need, in capital letters, to pay off the debt. Plans for the stadium and training ground need to be made as well. So a lot of needs there. UK Strange saying, at the end of the day, who suffered the most over the years? It's the fans. We stuck by the club through thick and thin, and we deserve a brighter future. Mark Edmonds saying it's illegal for debt transfers to the club in the league rules now. I want to say hi to Brian Fosket. I hope I'm not butchering your surname.
Big up, Brian. Welcome.
Welcome to the channel, man. He says United fans best in the world and deserve the best, basically. Zeb Mars as well. Haven't seen you around before.
Big up.
Big up to you. He said, I believe it when I see it. Hurts too much to dream. And also to Mo. I've seen you before, Mo.
Big up, Mo. I haven't seen it for a while.
He's really nervous about who will take over. Big up to Tyrone Williams, a good friend of mine. He's saying the Glazers know it's game over now, but I don't mind waiting for a year. Let's see if Ratcliffe is serious. And yeah, I'll just leave it there. But thanks, guys. Rory's saying here, what a day. We've got Hella Wills 87 saying Christmas might come early. Paul Turney as well is in the house. Calling them rats is nice being too nice. He's saying couple here from Rory saying from the Athletic, the Glazers family have instructed the banks to handle the sale of Manchester United. So it's all coming in at the moment, isn't it?
Dribs and drabs. And I tell you one thing, gentlemen, we will be famous for being the most expensive club sale ever. And that will be true. And we will dominate. I don't care. If we go for $5 billion, as Dr. Eagle would say. $5 billion. $8 million. You know, I don't care. We will break the record for that as well. We will break the record for the most expensive football club.
100%.
If it's done and it's done short and sweet, you can dream of world great players. You can dream of players coming in. You could look at Mbappe. You could look at other players as well. Mate, not Ireland, obviously, but Man City would wow. Man City would stand up and take notice if we've got owners that are backing the team, backing the manager, backing the fans, who listen to the fans, who have got a structure in place to talk to the fans, take advice from the fans, and structurally, financially, we all go forward as one big family. Because we are so dysfunctional. We're just Family Guy. All we do, we're Meg from Family Guy. We're getting smacked left, right, centre by the dad, by Pete. You know, shut up, Meg. That's all we are to him. That's all we are. Shut up, Meg.
There's a great comment here from Saragon. He's saying, give GMS, that's our sponsors, GMS, Global Mapping Surveys, a contract to survey the new training facilities as well. So, yeah, there you go.
I want to say
United need a little ground. That stuff behind the Stretford end, all that land there, you could build like it City. It could be a nice little training ground reserved for the reserve games, and people will go there, feel part of the club. If you can't go to first team matches, you can see the kids there, you can see the reserve team, and the generations of Man United fans can still see the team, but it can still be part of the experience if they can't get into the ground on match days.
Brilliant, I totally agree with you. That sounds mint.
Yeah, I love it. On Monday's got the mint part down as well now.
I'm trying to blame them in the Northerners.
Yeah, I want to say big up to Jordan all the way from Jamaica, Liverpool fan. But thank you, Jordan. It's now about 3:25 in Jamaica, so in the afternoon.
But he's chilling.
Yeah, he's chilling. He's waiting for the sale of Liverpool, isn't he? And then we've got Brush as well in the building, guys. 37 in the chat at the moment. If you're new to the channel, give us some support and hit that subscribe button. If you're not new, just give us a like, guys. You know what to do. About a few more. Amanda, would you mind going through some of these?
So Big G saying need to get Andy a white cat for his million Andrew Williams saying, why are United fans losing their SHIT about to sell? Kings Football saying big up to the man then.
Big up.
He's been on the show. I want to say hi to Brush, obviously. Brush is one of our favourites. He said, replying to HD Gamer, saying that was coming regardless. I fully expect the January window to be filled with the young links again. Big G here is saying, how come Bill gets a spanner solo? Where's mine? I don't know what that's about.
What?
I didn't get
what did he get? He gets a spanner.
Yes.
Bill
Badger he's talking about. Big G saying, new owners or not, I bet the debt will always remain because it's beneficial for tax reasons. So here we go, financial expert, things I don't really know about as well. Emma here is saying, but I would prefer if some new owners took money out of theirs and put it into the club, at least just on the debt and the stadium. That'd be really nice. Tyrone Williams saying, I'll be driving up to Manchester with you if it happens. You've got a seat with us in our big Jeep. We do road trips up to Manchester. And I want to say hi to the lovely Christine Howley. She had some wonderful news today.
Big up.
We should give all thanks to God. And yeah, every day is precious out here, guys. Every day.
There you go. Big up. And then there's one here I wanted to see. Where was it? There was something I wanted to about the Man United agenda taking over from Paul. I think we're in. We signed Andy up. Andy's going to be the new director of Manchester United. We've got Omundi is the coach. We've got Mr. B. What is Mr. B?
Security
graduate.
Security. Yeah, it could be. If you keep dropping the £5 donations in, guys, we'll get there. We'll get there. Baby step.
There's one person who I've not seen for a while on the channel, and that is Sue. I saw her earlier in the chat as well, Sue. So I know we didn't really read out your comments when you were there, but thank you so much as well for tuning in. Emma is in the building as well. I think Emma is cussing me tonight though, because I think Emma is not agreeing with a lot of stuff I've been saying lately.
I wonder what Ronaldo feels about this, if he's heard this news as well.
I think, you know what though, I could probably see Ronaldo like probably either in a hotel or the training camp with big grin
Bruno
on his face.
Yeah,
big grin on his face, thinking, yeah, that was me. Yeah, that was me.
Now Ronaldo's been removed from the group chat, but how's Ronaldo taking it to Delo and Bruno? There's Harry Maguire. He's doing cartwheels here, mate. Coming back in January.
Free from Maguire. My senses purify. Free from Maguire.
Andrew Williams is saying is, why does Christine get a lovely? He's lovely too. Yes, you are, Andrew. But you might be handsome, but I tell you, Christine's very pretty.
What is it? Breaking news, I'm buying. Yes, HE Gamer is buying Manchester United as well.
Greg's in a Twix. That'll get United.
Who was it? It was Ken Bates, wasn't it? He sold the club for £1 or something like that.
Yeah, back in 1982, didn't it? Something. He bought it.
A bit later.
For a quid. He bought it for £1 in 1982.
Yeah.
Wow.
And how much he sold it for? £1 as well, didn't he?
No, he sold it.
How much was it? He sold it for. He sold it, and then didn't he go and buy Millwall?
Leeds
United. Yeah.
He went to Leeds, didn't he?
Bit of history there, guys. All right,
well,
I think it's massive news. Look, today's been a momentous day with these two punches. Bam, bam. Just when you thought one was enough, they hit you with something else.
We got 99 problems, but the Glazers ate one.
Yeah. Even if it's just the intention, and for a statement like this to come out, there must be something behind it. There's no smoke without fire. We haven't heard anything of this sort of ilk for a long time. If you look
at the FSG as well. They put this out. They're open to potential sales, so this could drag a while. And Liverpool's still looking at it for new owners. So I don't know. Maybe they're trying to talk to somebody out in the World Cup. I don't know.
Andy, can I ask you? So with all this news, because a lot of people try to link it, they say, "Oh, Ronaldo news can be detrimental to the squad." Would this filter down to the squad, to our playing style? Could we blame this indecision if we start playing poorly in January and February? Could we blame it on the pressures of the Glazers or the takeover? No. Do you think it has any relation there?
No excuse. If we fall off, then it's down to the players, not the manager. Okay. I'm not having this again. Like last season. No. We are in a good place right now, and we've got a good mentality. We've got a good team. We've got a manager who's starting to build his own team. Yeah. And like you say, players who are gone. We've already got rid of one today, and there'll be others leaving as well. So it's carrying on and building a momentum, because our next game's a League Cup. And I don't care if we get top 4 and that's our trophy for the season. I am very happy.
We celebrate as well.
Very happy. Top 4 League Cup, and we go from there. New owners in the summer. Then you got to look at what do you look at? A 3 or 4 year plan to when you start challenging for the big guns, big trophies. Do we go full hog and just splash the cash with new owners, or do we do it decisively, constructively, patiently? I don't know, but it's about concentrating on that with the manager, getting the team. No excuses now. He's gone. Ronnie's gone. Potential owners are going. We all need to back the manager, and new owners who come in need to back the manager as well. You can't
100%.
Just rip it up just because it suits your agenda.
Yeah, rip up the blueprint, innit? Right, on Monday, what we'll say is let's go through some of these comments because there's a lovely lady in the chat right here as well.
She's getting all the comments right now. Hi, Melina, Miss Melina. As you know, she came over to watch her beloved Arsenal Football Club against Nottingham Forest. I think they won 5-0. So first time coming to the Emirates, all the way from Canada, Toronto. But unfortunately, she got really sick on the way home, and she was in a bad way. But this just shows what a community we are, because everyone was sending out their prayers. Everyone loves Melina, no matter who you support. And she's got herself back almost to full fitness now. So we love you, Melina. We're so glad you're back with us. And all go out there, support her channel, support Miss Melina as well if you're on Twitter and all these kind of things. She's a lovely lady, and she's always been there for us at the Man United Agenda from day one. So big up, Melina, and welcome back to your health. Wishing you good health and happiness for the future.
Brilliant, brilliant. Right, guys, what I would like to say as well, and also we are going to say to Mark Edmond as well, big up for becoming a first-team player as well. So welcome to the family.
Big up, Mark.
So there you go, big up, Mark.
I like Mark. Mark is good value.
Well, you know what? Mark's good value, but I want to know, is he Ten Hag or is he Jaap Stam? Which one is he? That is the question.
He's a fusion.
There you go. It's a fusion.
A fused double digit. He's a cross between He-Man and Skeletor. Yeah, he'll know that because he likes He-Man. But yeah, he's a cross between the two, so I won't cross him. Eminem.
There you go. Exactly.
Just another thing. I was watching. I forgot all about it. But Megatron died, didn't he? And he got transformed into Galvatron. Is it? Is it that the name Galvatron?
Yeah. I don't know what this has got to do with football. Yeah, but
fusion.
Anyway.
He got fused into something else.
Fusion. Yeah.
That's the.
On Monday, back with the football now. Back with the football.
I know he loves
the
footballers.
That's Megatron there. That's Megatron there. Yeah, and he fused into Galvatron. Yeah. But yeah. Right. Eminem is a fuse between Ten Hag and Jaap Stam.
There
you go.
What do I go with this?
I don't know. But Andy, where can the lovely people find you, sir?
Well, you can find this Red Warrior on AndyTate.74 on Instagram. I'm slowly picking up people, slowly building my followers because I lost 18,000 people and I got suspended. But I'm on the way back. Follow me on the United Agenda. Follow me on Stretford Paddock. I've got a YouTube channel. I use it when I want to, but I'm on TikTok and I'll be out there and I'll be back for the next United game. And the end game is in sight for you.
Absolute brilliant.
Absolutely. What a
promo. Yeah, exactly. But guys, listen, from us, we're going to be back tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. again. I believe tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. We got one or two. Oh, Jaap Stam. Okay. Jaap Stam. Jaap
Stam.
Yeah. So, but guys, listen, nice to everyone who's tuning, make comments. And what I'd like to say, really appreciate all the support and everything. And we will be back tomorrow night. So make sure you set your notification bell. And from us at the Man Agenda, Solo, Andy, and Omundi, have a lovely night.
Good night.
Good night, guys.
Good night.